like Declan Rice. Do it like popcorn, everything nice.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Hammers Fans United, and this is a quick recap of our fantastic 3-2 victory against Chelsea. We are having some technical issues, and Cam can't hear us properly. But joining me is the team, which is Davey, Cam, and myself, Titch. And this is Hammers Fans United. You'll see more of us on camera together, providing Cam's audio is not always messing up. But yeah, we're just going to speak about that fantastic victory. And I would start with the big man himself, Davey. Just give us your take on the game and the result, please.
Well, great result, first of all. I didn't think we'd get a result against Chelsea, to be fair. Remember, we spoke before the game, Martin, and I was thinking, if we get a draw, I would take the point, because Chelsea were in a good rich reign of form. And yeah, they were playing very well. But having watched the game, we definitely deserved something from it. And yes, it was a bit fortuitous goal, but from Masuaku. But we'll take that. And some people are saying it was a cross. If you see the movement of the ball at the end, I don't think it was a cross. The ball swerves away from Mendy, and otherwise he would have saved it. That's why he can't keep it up the goal. So it may have been a cross. It looked like he shot. He saw a movement and he shot. If you look at their goals, Martin, the first one from the corner set play, something we're normally pretty strong at. Antonio doesn't mark him, doesn't mark his player, and he has a free header. Could the keeper do better? Maybe, but I mean, we'll give them that they scored. We got the equaliser, and before we got the equaliser, remember, Thiago Silva kicked one off the line. So we could have got the equaliser then. So that was a shot on target, and that was just good defending or good awareness why he kept it out. Then we got the penalty, we scored that, and then we were back in the game. Even the Mason Mount goal, you could give him 100 of them, he wouldn't score a goal like that again. So again, you could say lucky, bad goalkeeping. It was a good volley, but the keeper probably should have kept it out through the near post, and it probably went to one place where he couldn't save it. Anyway, in either side, it wouldn't have went in. We could say about every goal, to be fair, but there you go. And then we had to get back into it. Half time was hanging in a bit in the first half. Second half, a lot better. And having sort of looked back on the game, I think the introduction of sort of Ben Rama, Fornells, especially Fornells, made a big difference in at least offensively to us. We were more expansive with the ball, we had better quality with the ball. And, having said about them two, Jared Bowen was awesome. He possibly was our man of the match. He's been eyed by Liverpool. We know they're Klopp's an admirer of him. I don't think he's going anywhere personally anyway, irrespective if they bid for him, unless they put in a ridiculous bid like treble the offer that we want. But yeah, we're looking the part, man. We're definitely looking the part. It's just a shame, Martin. I know we spoke about defensively losing a Bonner, and then we go, Zuma gets injured, Johnson gets injured. So though there's many pluses, they're the negatives of the game. But yeah, I think we were good for the win. Definitely, 100%.
Cam, I know you might be a little bit behind, but I know you would have given your take. But yeah, give your take now on the game as well. Just after in reflection.
I agree with a lot of what Davey just said then as well, and I've got to give credit where he's due. That Mason Mount goal was a finish and a half, but again, if you give him it 100 times again, you'll never put that away. So. But overall, I think we played. I think I was saying it before we even got into it. Like we're looking ourselves again. We were looking strong. We're looking good. I enjoyed watching us. Even when we conceded, I thought we were still. We were turning face. We looked good. We were back on it. Like you said, I think maybe the disappointing results is what we needed to bounce back against Chelsea, which I had a feeling was going to happen. Same old West Ham. Like. We'll have a couple of disappointing results, and then we'll batter the title challenges. It's just what we do. But I was really happy with the performance from all the lads. I'll be honest with you. Disappointing injuries, but overall, I was happy to see Bowen at the back of the net finally as well, which he's been needing to do for some time. Antonio next. Antonio needs to hit the back of the net next. Yep. I don't think Masuaku meant that goal, by the way. I don't think he did mean it. I thought he did at first. I thought he did, and then I've seen what he's put on Instagram and that, and even he said it was a bit of luck. So, but I'm made up with the result. I'm still buzzing now. I'm still made up with the result, and I absolutely love the boys and what a performance it was.
Yeah. So let me just quickly give my take. I think what Davey and Cam has said is spot on. I think I wouldn't say there's an agenda against West Ham, from the main media outlets, but between that victory and beating Liverpool, I just think it's been downplayed a lot, and I don't think West Ham have got the acknowledgement they should have got for both of those victories, because Liverpool at the time was probably the most informed team in world football, and then Chelsea going into that game was not far behind in regards to their form. They're the current European champions. They were top of the Premier League, and they'd only let in 6 goals all season, and they'd only let in 2 away goals all season. We just scored 3 goals against them with a semi-depleted team or squad. So unfortunately, the injuries are there, and the good thing is we've got a little bit of time until our game against Burnley, and also because the boys have done their job in Europe, it now means that we will probably see a very much shadow squad in the Europa League game, because we've qualified as group winners. So yeah, I would just I don't know, I would want to move this subject from that game, but just onto a player specifically, and that is Arthur Masuaku. I'm going to say my piece, and then I'm going to put it over to you two. He gets a lot of hate. I've noticed a lot of hate. I'm not on Instagram like that, but on YouTube, some people just don't like him. The amount of time I've seen in recent games, I never want to see Arthur Masuaku in a West Ham shirt, and I think he made a big difference when he came on. And yeah, I just think that the fact that he scored the winner, whether he meant it or not, I mean, I agree with Davey. It looks like can you not hear me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. It looks like, if you think about it, I think he's got good deliveries, and if you're going to cross it in, I think you'd use the inside of your foot. He obviously have used the outside of your foot. Now, to use the outside of your foot, that's not going to go on no one's head. That's got to go, where it went. So he might be being humble. He might be acknowledging that, from there you should be putting in a cross. And, because of he's very sort of unpredictable, it wouldn't surprise me if he did actually try and shoot. And, 9 times out of 10, the way his career's gone at West Ham, that goes nowhere. And, everybody's on his back again. So I don't know. But, he might be being humble, in my opinion, because if you look at his body shape, you look at, he never once looked for the people that he's crossing it to. He looked as if he meant to shot. But yeah, I've got a lot of respect for Arthur Masuaku. Me and David have spoken about this. Not so much as a left back in the Premier League, but as a left-sided forward player. I think give him a run of games, it'd be, we'd see a very good West Ham type player that will get, bums off seats. Right, Davey, your thoughts on Arthur Masuaku, please.
Yeah, Martin, I agree with what you're saying. And the thing is, I don't dislike him. I could see why he gets a lot of stick, though, because I think offensively, he is top notch. I think he's as good as any player we have. He's skillful on the ball. He can produce crosses. He can score goals. Probably could score more goals if he had more appearances. But defensively is where the problem comes in with him, and even work rate. I think if you look at I'm trying to remember the game. Oh, the Brighton equaliser. Do you remember that Brighton equaliser? He could have stopped the cross. And I think, and it's like, how many times do you keep making the same mistakes? Do you know what I mean? And I think his problem is, if there is one, is Moyes and maybe the team, or particularly Moyes, probably don't trust him as much as he should do, because he should be the ideal replacement for when sorry, Creswell is out, right? And he's not. He's playing Johnson there across a right back. We know Johnson can play left back, but he should be a natural left-footed player, which would be better for, just the team in general. It's like when you go forward, it's better to have a left-footed player who can cross it in than a right-footed, check him back, cross it with his right foot. So I just think it's a trust issue with him. And is he good enough? Yes, I think so, 100%. I think with some players, and it's funny because Martin, we work with younger players, and he's a lot older than the players we work with. Yeah, with some players, it just takes a penny a little bit longer to drop, and he's one of them players. But I think that going forward, can he be a player that can help the team, help the squad? Yes. He's been there long enough, and if he adapts them small, because they are small, do you know what I mean, compared to what he offers the team, right? If he can adapt that to his game and give a bit more, do you know what I mean? Defensively, be a bit more defensive now, then I can't see a problem. I think he can actually be the left back for West Ham if you considered Cresswell's age.
Yeah. Cam, your thoughts on Arthur?
I've always rated Arthur. I'll be honest with you. I think he's had a couple of bad seasons, hasn't he? Because he's not always fully fit and he's not always ready, not always match ready. But I think when he is fit and when he is there, he doesn't half show up. I think you see him like nearly every week when he does play. He's on Soccer AM with all the skills in that. He's good at making people look stupid, and he's like I said, as an attacking player, that's probably where he's best, rather than defensive. Because like you said, like he probably could have stopped the cross at Brighton the other day. However, when he came on, he didn't half make an impact, and he was a lot faster, and we were quicker going forward. We were stronger. So I do agree. Like he's probably a better attacking player than he is defensive, but I don't think he deserves half the stick that he does get, because he does work hard, and he does. He's been at the team years now, and he's been here for a long time.
Yeah.
So I feel like he deserves more credit than stick. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah. I've made the thumbnail for this already, and he is the center point of that thumbnail. I don't know about on social media, because like I said, I don't use it like that, but is he getting, is people just, downplaying it, oh, he didn't mean it, or is he getting, and this is more to you, Cam, because I know you're on Instagram, is he getting, the acknowledgement, or was he getting an acknowledgement for scoring the winner against Chelsea on social media, or you're not too sure about that?
I'm not sure, I'll be honest with you. I've seen a lot of comments from like people like Marlon Harewood and stuff like that who are absolutely buzzing with it.
Yeah.
And Colton Cole having a dance and that went in. So
I think Martin as well.
Sorry,
I think Moyes came out after the game and said, "What a cross," didn't he?
Yeah.
Almost downplayed it straight away.
Yeah. And I think it's a good thing that you've said that, Davey, is that I think Moyes, clearly he's got his favourites and all that, and he might have his gripes with certain people like Masuaku, but I think in that moment, because of the the nature of the injuries and all that, he should have come out and said something along the lines of, "Listen, I don't know what it was, but Arthur has that in the lockup." You understand? Like, I think he could have bigged him up. And maybe that's why Masuaku said it was a cross, because Moyes, initially said, "Oh, it was a cross." So I don't know. But I think in that moment you could have given him some special praise, just because you're going to need him. We're going to need him. At this moment, we need Arthur Masuaku because of the injury. So, but yeah, you know what? We can move on quickly. Right, we're doing Dynamo Zagreb on Thursday. Now, David, are you available to do the watch along or nah?
Thursday. Maybe. I might be. Yeah. I might be. I'll have to come back to you. I'll let you know by Wednesday, Mark. But it might be, yeah.
But yeah, like, just thoughts on that for both of you, considering the injuries, we've qualified. So what I would ask is, Davey, what team, even if you can try player for player, what team would you put out? Cam, what team would you put out? And then I'll give mine, and then we can wrap this up. So it'd be like no more than 20 minutes, which is, a good short video. So what would be your starting team for the Europa League?
Oh, this is a tough question. It's changed. Go on, Cam. I'll go after you then.
Oh, so sorry, mate. I'd definitely start Perkins. I'd start Perkins on Thursday.
All right, so give me your lineup, Cam, and then we'll go to Davey.
It's a tough one, that, innit? I wouldn't say all kids, because you can't have, obviously, just like, you can't just have the kids team out, can you? Because the Europa rules or whatever.
Yeah.
But so if Cresswell's fit, I'd give him a run around. The hardest choice is the back line, innit? With all the injuries we've got, you don't want to use.
Yeah.
There's only so many players we can use. But I'd start Král as well. I'll have Král starting. Noble. maybe Fornals or Ben Rama, because Lanzini started at Chelsea, didn't he? So Fornals or Ben Rama, maybe. Yarmolenko.
Yeah.
Who else have we got? Maybe Fornals or Ben Rama again on one of the wings. Both of them probably be there. I don't know. And then it's the back line that I can't think of because of the injuries and that. You don't want to use your starting team. You don't want to use your first team. Areola in goal probably.
Yeah.
And then Soufal Diop maybe. I can't.
Tough. I know it's tough because we don't even know like Johnson's injury, Zuma's injury. Like we don't even. I don't know like what the status is. All right, Davey, if you can, a whole
I think
11.
honestly, I think you'll change the keeper. You'll go with Areola definitely. Mazaraku, I know he came on and played very well against Chelsea, but he might start him at left back. Right back, we've got no Johnson, so he'll probably go with. I think he'll play a back four. He'll probably go with Soufal. Centre backs is where we got the issue at the moment because with the injury to Zuma, that means we've got 2 fit centre backs. I don't think he'll risk them. I don't know if he will play Rice. Maybe not Rice, but maybe Solchek as a centre back. I don't know if he will play one of them as a centre back because that's an option. Because we're already qualified, or if he'll bring in. I'm trying to remember the young boy that they're
Baptiste.
Yeah, Baptiste. That's him. I think. Like, yeah, if you're bringing Baptiste and then play him along with one of the centre backs, and then he can sort of give the centre backs on half each, which is not. They could probably do 45 minutes. They've got the legs for 45 minutes without sort of burning them out too much. Yeah. Midfield, I agree with Cam. I think he'll play Crowell, Noble, and one other. Or he might just go with a 2. I don't know. He might go with 2 holding, which they could both do. And then you've got your attacking midfielder. I think he might give some of the younger ones. And again, apologies, I can't remember his name. We signed the young boy from Celtic.
Ecoflex.
Oh yeah.
Ecoflex, that's him. Now he's been like tearing trees up in under 23s and stuff.
Yeah,
and I think he might either start or be on the bench or get some minutes. So then you got Yarmolenko. I think he'll use Ben Rama on them, but they might start and come off or come off the bench. So that gives them 2 options. And obviously we've got the Klasic.
Yeah, Vlasic. Oh yeah.
Vlasic. Sorry, Vlasic. Yeah. So yeah. There's another option which gives us like 4 or 5 from the 3 that we need to play up front.
Yeah. All right.
So yeah, it's not. I would think he's going to want to win the game. I think he's not going to want to use too many young players, but it's an opportunity for him to see some of the young players, and I don't think they'll disappoint him. I think we'll still get a result.
All right. So I don't know a lot about the 23s and also who is actually registered for the Europa League. So I'm going to pick a team that that I can sort of think of. So I would go with Areola. I would go with I think it would have to be Souček because I'm assuming Benson and Johnson's injured. I would go Masuaku left back. Even if Creswell is fit, I would rest him because we need to protect him for the next Premier League game. I would go centre back. I would pick Baptiste. I know nothing about him, but I know we've got a decent centre back in the under 23. So I'd pick Baptiste, playing alongside Alex Crowell, who I know I think initially was a centre back. He needs minutes for West Ham. We're through already, so even if you understand, like we've got nothing to lose basically. So I'd play him so he gets 90 minutes under his belt and he gets it in a position where he's got a lot of responsibility. So in the middle, I would play Noble. I think I would play Souček and I would play Vlasic as a 10. Then I would play Okoflex on the left. I would play Yarmolenko as a striker. And this might, be out there because I know nothing about this guy, but I would play Perkins on the right. I know he's a striker, but, I'd want him to show that he can work hard for the team, he can adapt, and it's just about, you should see more energy from him as a wide player. And, he can, find his feet in the team, maybe a little bit quicker than playing as a striker. So that would be my starting team, which is, like I said, Baptiste, I know nothing about him. And Perkins, we've only seen a little. And Okoflex, still little, but utilize these players now.
I agree. I think it's a good opportunity for him to see a few of the younger players that sort of been knocking on the door. and yeah, see how they get on.
Yep.
So I hope to see Perkins start. I'd love to see him start, and he'll probably get a goal. I'm not going to lie to
you. Yeah.
Show Antonio I was done.
You know, with that team, it would be an even tougher game. But I think, from the neutral point of view, it'd be, you know, possibly a better game to watch because we've got all these unknown quantities, and you understand. I think, but they would have the youngsters would have something to prove. So you see a lot of energy, I think, from those particular players. So,
like you said, we've got nothing to lose, but I've got a feeling Zagreb are going to show up.
They will. They're a good team.
They're going to show up.
Remember, they beat Spurs last year in the Europa League quarterfinals, and they was 2-0 down. They ended up winning that game, I think, 3-2. So they are, you know, and they're European. They've got that pedigree. So it will be a tough game. Final thoughts, Davey and Cam, and then we'll wrap this up. And yeah, we'll get this video out soon.
Final thoughts is we need to get our checkbook out in a in a January window, almost definitely. I mean, I'd just like to touch on this, and I'm one of his biggest fans, but I don't really want to like him. But I know we've spoken personally, individually, rather, Martin, about this. I just think, you know, if you see some of the injuries with Zuma, Bonner, Antonio is one that we've got to be careful of, and I think we're seeing maybe we haven't got a big enough squad. When you consider that we're in Europe this year as well, lots of games, we're probably going to go. We've gone really well in the cup. We'll probably go well in the other cup, and maybe in January he'll give him an opportunity, Moyes, to address this. And I think we definitely need it, you know, especially more so now in defence, but more so I think in attack offensively. Because if Antonio is slightly off colour, we've got no replacement. Yes, Bowen can play there, but we need, I think, a number 9, as in the you know, someone that's going to play up. Yeah, traditional, exactly. Yeah, thank you, Cam.
What about me?
That's me. All right, Cam. Final thoughts, Cam, because David just said something that I've picked up on.
I agree. Yeah, because I'm a bit. What's this about Eden Hazard coming in January? What's all that about?
I reckon that's nonsense.
I haven't heard nothing about that. Is it? Yeah, I'll be making a little Belgian prince. That'd be weird though. But I'd love to see Jesse Lingard come in January. I'll be honest with you. But however, we've got positions we need filling, which should come first. We've been needing a striker for God knows how long now. Yeah, I mean, and Antonio himself isn't even a natural striker, is he? Let's be honest. But he's our only number 9 we've got. Yeah. We thought we were stocked up on centre halves until we picked up all these injuries. So whether we need to do something about that in January, or maybe something can be sorted with fitness, I don't know. But like you said, I just hope to get the checkbook out for January, and I hope something comes through. I'm expecting a big window this January. I'm not gonna lie.
Just, you know, Davey said it, and then you just said it, and that's like a double entendre. That get his checkbook out, because he's checking it. So yeah, that's a good one. So yeah, obviously, I don't know how much we are allowed to spend, how much he's willing to spend, but realistically now, that checkbook does need to come out. And I'm hoping that we get to January and we're still competing on all the fronts. And, you know, the money is now invested and to give us that push for the, you know, the last 4 months of the season or whatever it may be. But yeah, everybody is tuning in. Thanks for watching. And yeah, you're going to see more of us on your screens, and you can clearly see things are getting taken a little bit more seriously here. And yeah, just like, subscribe and all of that. And yeah, you know, we sign out, guys.
Go on, you Irons.
Go on, you Irons.
Selling bag, going ham in West like Declan Rice. Doing like popcorn, everything nice.